Hello everybody, this is Dr. Novak again, and in this video I'm going to show you a aquarium built and BCB basket built from a guy named Mark. He lives in Texas, in the United States here, and he is one of my YouTube subscribers. He sent me a lot of photos and information about his build, and he also has some questions. So stay tuned. Okay, everybody, let's get into the video, what Mark writes. As I'm going to read his email, you'll be able to see the photos he sent me of how he set up his BCB basket in his canister filter connected to an E-heim, and you'll be able to see how he set up his slow-moving plenum in his aquarium. Okay, he says, "Hi, Dr. Kevin. I am one of your YouTube subscribers. I have enjoyed your videos and book. I wanted to share my experience as a first-time fish keeper using your system. Hopefully, it is fun for you to hear how others are engaging with your work. I included photos of how I built a plenum, BCB, and mechanical filter in case it helps others get started. Yes, it will. A lot of people like watching videos like this because it gives them ideas on what they can do, or maybe if they don't understand it, it's the best thing to do, basically showing people what other people are doing. I have noticed that you are posting videos very frequently now, so I'll include a few open questions in the case they spark content and ideas for you. And I'll be bringing up those questions and ideas and stuff in another video in order not to keep this video going too long for you. Thanks for all your hard work figuring out the science and explaining it to the rest of us. It really does make a huge difference. You may be aware of recent experiments of breeding fish in space. Yes, I heard about that. I think the paper cited here uses the same filtration principles that you recommend and is written in a way that is fairly easy for the newcomer to understand. The papers are written by H. Yomoto, T. Shoji, and S. Yurchida. Biological filter capable of simultaneous nitrification and denitrification for aquatic habits in International Space Station. Life Science in Space Research, Volume 1, 2014, pages 89 to 95. And what they explain is how they made a biological system using anoxic filtration. That's why he mentions it. In other words, it does nitrification and denitrification. It completes the nitrogen cycle. So if this is what they're doing in space, and this is what I've been advocating, don't you think maybe now as hobbyists we can kind of figure out that if NASA's doing it and the government is approving it, that what I'm saying is pretty much now should be understood by all hobbyists and used by all hobbyists, because the science of which I am telling you here is being used by other people than just hobbyists. One funny note to leave you with. I have been visiting 7 fish stores asking a lot of questions to educate myself. I always ask them about using bacteria to fully complete the nitrogen cycle and end up with zero nitrates. One of the best fish stores in the Dallas, Texas area has a sign up on the wall with a nitrogen cycle. It shows how ammonia becomes nitrite and then nitrate with the proper bacteria. Then the picture shows how nitrates are taken out of the water through water changes. I asked the staff if the bacteria could do more to turn nitrate into a gas element, N2, and evaporate from the tank, and they always look at me like I'm crazy. Remember, I think I talked about this basically in other videos. People just don't understand the complete nitrogen cycle because it really isn't written or told about. It basically is told that it makes nitrates, and this all came about back in the 50s and 60s when undergravel filters became more prevalent, and how fast they were running them by the time the 70s came, that the nitrogen cycle was not being completed, and therefore hobbyists had problems with their aquariums making just nothing but nitrates, and the only way to get rid of this end byproduct was water changes. Let's see. Thanks to your mastery of the science and willingness to teach, I am much better prepared to treat my fish well and enjoy the experience. And I will also make a video on some of his experiments, because when he used the kitty litter, he said his pH dropped. And so he did some experiments to explain what he thinks went wrong and how come it did it. But that will be for another video. Okay? So for now, I want to thank Mark for sending me his pictures. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And thank you for watching and subscribing to my channel.